Let's get a little personal. Ooh, what does that mean? That's ominous. Don't worry. Back in the day, I'm talking like 15 years ago, I wanted to grow up to be a game developer. I wanted to make games for the Wii. Very indicative of the times, right? I specifically had a game idea in mind at the time. It was going to be called Untitled, which is a really stupid name. But Untitled was going to be a game that was a cross between like New Super Mario Bros. And Fancy Pants Adventures, if you remember that. And it was going to be like a 4-player game, eight worlds. In each world, you had to collect the orb, and you had to like save your sister from Dr. Johnson, who was like some evil scientist who was trying to like take over the multiverse. And the 4 players who you play as are like brothers of the sister. So it was cool. Cool idea. And I've had a lot of ideas over the years. That fire never really went away. I mean, I definitely eventually didn't care about the Wii anymore, but you know, the game development aspect, I think, and that was what never went away. And I think eventually I realized that maybe game development's a little bit unrealistic. You know, that's just what they say, you know, in this society. Oh, don't be an artist, don't be a movie star, don't be a NFL player, don't be a game developer, just do something more safe, I guess. So I switched to like computer engineering or computer programming, computer science, that sphere of things. And then I took a flight. Whenever I was 16 years old. I was on Spirit Airlines. This is not sponsored. I was on Spirit Airlines, took a flight, and I had the window seat. And boy, I guess I can put on the screen the pictures that I took. I was like, man, I'm in the clouds. This is amazing. And sometime after that flight, I thought to myself, what if this was my office? Like at work, right? Because I had volunteered at some office thing, one of those summers, like 2015, 2016, I don't remember. And I didn't like it. I didn't like the idea of being in a box, in a cubicle. And by this point, I had already learned how to code, well, at least in RBX Lua. And I knew how frustrating game development could be. You know, the problem solving and whatnot. And because of that, I figured that it's fun and easy for me to game develop on my own terms. But if I'm working for some other dude coding something that I don't want to code, I might not want to be in that box, in that cubicle for 8 hours a day. I might actually hate the job, dread it. And those clouds were looking very appealing to me. And so I decided to, at like the last minute, pretty much my senior year of high school, I switched to aviation. I became a pilot. I don't regret that decision at all. You know, it is what it is. God had in store for me what he had in store for me, right? And of course, I'm not like an airline pilot. I worked as a flight instructor for a little while. Now I'm doing something else, still within the aviation field. But it's just kind of ironic to me how everything's kind of come full circle. Because now I'm making this game on my own terms, and it has the potential. Now you can make a game, a killer indie game, and make mad bank and the whole nine yards. If I wanted to go back and make that untitled game, I could. I could. And it would be a big hit. I'm confident that it would be, right? I'm not really sure what my message is for this video. I'm definitely not going to tell anyone to, not take the safe route. You got to do what you got to do, right? But I guess never give up on what you're passionate about. Never lose focus of the things that bring out that inner child and that true passion and excitement. I think I've always been a creative person, whether it's making YouTube videos on this channel or the other 4 channels I had, or making games. I'm not good at art. Oh my God, I'm terrible at art. I wish I would have learned like 10 years ago. That would have been great. But yeah, I think that definitely don't lose sight of the things that bring that passion in you. And if you can somehow make that passion your living, your job or whatever, then that's super amazing. And that's what I hope to do. That's what I'm hoping is the outcome of this game. So we'll see. Inshallah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Me and you both, we'll see.